FlossTube, I'm Pam, welcome to my channel, and this is Flossmas Extra, the 12 days of Flossmas. I don't want to say I, because this has been a group effort from everybody who has been watching my Flossmas channels and has contributed their ideas. We have created a song. And I'm super excited about it. And I want to thank every single one of my commenters who came up with these fantastic ideas, because I am not creative and I couldn't have done this alone. Before I jump into the song, I just want to start off by saying I'm not a good singer. This is not going to be like, this isn't going to be good. I'm just going to put it out there like that. I'm not going to stay in tune. I'm not going to sing on key. My voice is not very melodic. We're just going to make the best of this. We're going to have fun, okay? All right, here we go. On the first day of Flossmas, the Stitchy Fairy brought to me a skein of DMC. I gotta put my notes up where I can see them. On the second day of Flossmas, the Stitchy Fairy brought to me 2 Lizzie Kates and a skein of DMC. On the third day of Flossmas, the Stitchy Fairy brought to me 3 project bags, 2 Lizzie Kates, and a skein of DMC. On the fourth day of Flossmas, the Stitchy Fairy brought to me 4 cuts of linen, 3 project bags, 2 Lizzie Kates, and a skein of DMC. You can see where this is going to get problematic, I think. This is my favorite line, by the way. On the 5th day of Flossmas, the Stitchy Fairy brought to me 5 floss rings, 4 cuts of linen, 3 project bags, 2 Lizzie Kates, and a skein of DMC. On the 6th day of Flossmas, the Stitchy Fairy brought to me 6 stitchers frogging, 5 floss rings, 4 cuts of linen, 3 project bags, 2 Lizzie Kates, and a skein of DMC. On the 7th day of Flossmas, the Stitchy Fairy brought to me 7 scissors snipping, 6 stitchers frogging, oh my goodness, 5 floss rings, 4 cuts of linen, 3 project bags, 2 Lizzie Kates, and a skein of DMC. Side note, it's really hard not to sing the actual song. On the 8th day of Flossmas, the Stitchy Fairy brought to me 8 Q-snap snapping, 7 scissors snipping, 6 stitchers frogging, 5 floss rings, 4 cuts of linen, 3 project bags, 2 Lizzie Kates, and a skein of DMC. On the 9th day of Flossmas, the Stitchy Fairy brought to me 9 hoops stretching, couldn't read my writing, 8 Q-snap snapping, 7 scissors snipping, 6 stitchers frogging, 5 Flossmas rings, 4 cuts of linen, 3 project bags, 2 Lizzie Kates, and a skein of DMC. On the 10th day of Flossmas, the Stitchy Fairy brought to me 10 whips starting, 9 hoops stretching, 8 Q-snap snapping, 7 scissors snipping, 6 stitchers frogging, 5 floss rings, 4 cuts of linen, 3 project bags, 2 Lizzie Kates, and a skein of DMC. On the 11th day of Flossmas, the Flossmas Fairy brought to me 11 needles sewing, 10 whips starting, 9 hoops stretching, 8 Q-snap snapping, 7 scissors snipping, 6 Stitchers frogging, 5 floss rings. 4 cuts of linen, 3 project bags, 2 Lizzie Kates, and a skein of DMC. On the 12th day of Flossmas, the Stitchy Fairy brought to me a wonderful stitching community. Thank you, guys. 11 needles sewing, 10 whips a starting, 9 hoops a stretching, 8 Q-snap snapping, 7 scissors snipping, 6 stitchers frogging, 5 Flossmas rings, 4 cuts of linen, 3 project bags, 2 Lizzie Kates, and a skein of DMC. Thank you, guys. Happy holidays.